Hello everybody. I didn't stream on Friday, so today I'll stream chess. You know, oh well. Today I will stream the chess. I will stream. I will keep chessing and I'll keep streaming. This is my different microphone today. Well, let me take a look. Today we're streaming the chess. Welcome to my top 10 chess guides. We're going to, no, I'm joking. I'm not good at the chess games or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to do a complete clean up on Monday, and I will get a haircut on Monday and stuff. I went and bought the Levi's were on discount. They weren't like 100% like original. They were like used and stuff. They were definitely, so it's not that I just bought one of them were full price, so two were discount. So I tried to buy used ones, and the other ones worked really great. You know, yeah. The weird thing with getting my hearing aids fixed is that I get that weird tremolo vibrato thing with like acoustic guitars and with like tones. So it literally has this weird like vibrato sound on my this is my other channel. I made one video on this one Google account because I didn't want it to be my other. Oh my god, that was stupid. We're going to play some chess. Yeah, we're basically just playing chess now. Chess is a cool game. It's a very cool. This thing's a little bit too. Yeah. Ukraine. Or is it Russian? It might be Russian, actually. What? The flag is blank. Don't they have the Russian flag anymore on chess.com? Are you joking me? It's not represented as a country anymore. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, you are one clever bastard. Okay, let's see Paul Allen's cards. Wait, his... Oh, fuck. No. Don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that, cabron. We don't do that. Yeah. Ja men vad... Åh ni hack. Yeah. Why can I... Okay, so... He can only go one way anyways. Dude, what is this guy's plan? A different microphone. It's not like a professional microphone. I haven't listened to the recording just yet. Oh men det helsike. This guy was really trying. Wait a minute. It's the... Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, they actually did that. That's crazy, bro. Dude, alright. This guy's a... Try hard alert, try hard alert. This guy's gonna probably go full crazy on this. Thank you. Now we can get into real business. It's crazy that Russians are legitimately just like actually banned from playing. Or not banned from playing with... Okay. Yeah. You can take this, he can take that. No, he can't take anything. But he's like trying to basically go full king. I bought 3 pairs of Levi's. I bought 1 pair of... I don't know, 765s or whatever it's called. Ja men för fan. It's to get him to kill that guy, yeah. Helvete, åh nej men ni för fan! Oh, misclick. Are you understanding? Are you empathetic? No, you're not. Okay, fuck. Satans helsikes hästkuk fan. I don't like to swear, but that was bare bones. Helvete. Fuck. You go away, you absolute twat. I was like, fuck me, man. Jag kör och går bagage men då kan vi nog köpa kart som bagage. Satans fan. Satans fan, vad gör jag nu? What the fuck do I do now? Like honestly, like I need like people to help me with this game. I do I have any support, guys? Like, yeah, there's a moth flying around. Dude, there's moths everywhere. Dude, what the hell do I do here? Let's ask ChatGPT. No, I'm joking. Dude, I can dude, seriously, this game is... Yeah, I took one guy. If I go up there, he'll take it, right? Fuck, it's worth a shot anyways. Yeah, take this. Satan. Det er sabla god spilling, gutta. Det er det beste jeg har sett. Sabla godt. I'm not a big of a football guy. I only got into foot. Men I helvete og... Oh yeah, well... Men for faen... Drittspill. Det er bare jeg som er dritt å spille spillet, fordi, ikke sant? Så, faen. I'm deploying my Reddit army. Oh, herregud. Russians are like actually like 100 IQ individuals too, so it's actually, they're so good at this game, it's not even imaginable. Russians are smart. They were like one of the best was it Scientology? No. Like they were the best researchers on like back in like like they were like super good on cosmetology and all this stuff that was like religious as humanly possible. So they like focused on mathematics, like shit that was factual. But that's kind of all gone now. But like the most insane high IQ individuals to the point where it's like crippling were kind of those people, but they don't really exist anymore, or they're like so smart that they're reclusive. You know. I was just eating my what the oh my god. And this guy's an actual like mega tryhard. You're judging my Reddit IQ. I was gonna take that one too, wasn't it? Yeah, of course. That was terribly played. What the how do I even escape this? Shatan. How do I even do this? How do I even escape this? Like that, there's no advice or anything. Happiness is a one gun that shoots. Happiness. Oh, for God. Oh. Oh my god. This game sucks so bad. I'm so terrible at this game. This is fuck. Like, dude, I don't have hair. Well, at least I'm not landlocked. Nå det kuking på gang, faen. Yeah, you're one big firebird, I get it. You're one big firebird. This is so bad. On my part, I did it, like, actually... For fuck's sake. Dude, what the fuck do I do now? I can't even... This guy's just eating up my pawns and rooks and shit. The only thing I can realistically do is move him down there so I can get the horses to defend me. So, like, I'm just gonna speedrun this stuff anyways. This is a... We're playing chess today. Welcome to ASMR. So I'm like just making another defensive system. I'm getting his horse. Yeah, he can take that, but I don't care. As of now, this guy can just buzz off. Take him. Dude, give up, bro. Yes. Well, at least reminisce. But, yeah, let's see Magnus Carlsson. Let me see. Like, just take herring out. I could have taken him down, but... Well, at least it took all his pounds. That actually was surprising. I thought I was going to die there. Yeah. Let me just, like, last second reminisce. People want either the Bateman cut or the Joe Anderson Kurt mullet. I might go with the Kurt mullet, honestly. It's not that many pictures of him. But yeah.
All right,
I like
classic.
this microphone better.
You're controlling the center, setting up, good for you.
Please comment, please comment, please comment. Hi. I might go with the Kurt mullet, honestly. It's not that many pictures of him. But yeah.
Alright, like classic. Microphone better. You're controlling the center.
Let me see. I think this mic will stay as it is for the rest of the time. I don't want to use the condenser mic because it's too expensive. It's worth nothing. You lose. I'm going to edit the video soon so I can get the guitar playing. Let me see. Hairport. Hi, I'm vänlig på mig. I'm going to get my hair cut and by this nice lady. She cut my brother, so I don't really have any emotions for her anymore, even though she's been like engaged for like 6 years. Anyway, she gives discounts. That's the only reason why. And have a heart, you know. But she's actually like one of the people that actually will approach you to get their haircut. Like she's basically like a very known local woman because her last name bears a lot of weight in this area because like her dad was like a super duper like outgoing guy. So yeah, she has a lot of, well, like when you have like a last name that actually matters, that actually has a lot of power, like capital. That actually has a lot of importance. I'm going to probably switch to Levi's. I'm going to sell all my other pants that I've had that can make money. I'm going to probably just sell all of them and just switch to Levi's because
it takes F4, captures the gambit pawn, and opens up the center. Your best move was to develop a knight and attack the center. Your opponent missed a chance. Unlucky for them, lucky for you. Your better option was to develop a knight and attack the center. They missed the whole point here. Makes your life much easier. Oh, you're just giving them the bishop? Oh no. Uh-oh. Your opponent moved too fast and left their pawn hanging. Classic. They missed a chance to capture a free bishop. Left that bishop undefended. Oops. Castle early. Nice find. That free. They just. That. You are. Your opponent. Your best move was to castle. Free rook coming right up. Nice fork. Oh no, you've hung their best option. You are now able to checkmate the king. They had a better way to capture a free pawn.
oh fuck, I could have checkmate. Huh. I didn't know that.
They just recaptured. Simple stuff. Let's see what happens next. Black will step the king away from the checking knight. That bishop will be free for the taking. This will be a great find. The only move that works. This will evade the check from the knight. The passed pawn will move toward its goal. Black will push a passed pawn. White will take control of the promotion square. This will move the knight. The pawn will reach the back rank and promotes to a queen. Free bishop. Too weak. Too slow. They missed the only good move because they moved too quick. From equal to worse, how the mighty have fallen. Mistake by your opponent. Nice find. That tactic wins a pawn. Impressive. Free pawn? Yes, please. Castle early, develop your pieces towards the center, and focus on the opening a bit more.
Happiness. Fuck. Okay. Turkey. Okay, let's go. That was the whole plan. Nothing short of crazy. Stay away, stay away. Fan. I'm like, yeah, you're trying, I see it, but you're try hard, so I'm not going to believe you. You better move that king over there. You better move him. Better move that king, or else you're next. You're next. And, well, what do I do here? I don't know. Go figure. What? But like, I don't use this mic that much because it's not that it's crappy or anything. It's just that I literally don't even want to use it because I have a better one. Hamsters getting microwaved. Yeah. How the mighty have been relaxing the lo-fi DS2. I drove for like 3 hours straight. First of all, I drove to Yesheim, and then I drove. Then I bought some Levi's and whatever. Like I'm just going to change all my pants to Levi's. I'm done with brand loyalty. Yeah, I'm done with brand loyalty. I'm done with it. I'm done with it all. She gives me everything. Big power move, big power move, big power move, big power move. What the what the oh yeah, he's going to take that like that, yeah. But I have a horse. You don't. What does he think? He could have literally done that. You know, you can tell him 1,000 times that he can't play chess. You can tell a man 1,000 times he can't play the chess. But you cannot tell them that they have class or whatever. Satan. They're so fast with these moves. Like, what is this kind of game? You can't take him. Dude, easy king. You can take that as much as you want. You're still going to lose. Dude, like, what was that game tactic? He fucking gave up, bro. Holy shit. You could just hear him scream. Yeah, he wants again. Nah, I'm not going to. Ooh. So he gave up. Hi, do you like Radiohead, the local Norwegian? What the fuck were those? Those were hamsters getting boiled in a microwave. I have not listened to Radiohead. I don't like Norwegians that like maybe Norwegians are cool and all this stuff, but yeah. American, I'm definitely fucked. Either Americans are like the stupidest guys you ever met, or they're the best chess players in the fucking, you know, the whole wild world, the whole wild west. You could literally just. What the fuck? Boppity boopity, what is that? The Dude, what? Americans are like weird chess players. Like, you can easily tell that these guys are American just based off how they play the chess. It's crazy. It's like, this guy's from Denver. Like, what the fuck is... Dude, what are you playing? Oh yeah, he's gonna take that horse, right? But I have a card up my sleeve. Imagine if just chases a pawn right now. No, he doesn't even do that. He just decides not to. Like, what the fuck? You know? I no more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Schackmatt. Ha 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 ha. For fan. Sorry for swearing so much. Like, when I get pissed, like, really, I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, why can't I switch these? That sucks. Jeg har lenger, alle vet det. Jeg er han som kan se på TV. Snakk heller om verdenskrise. Men for faen. Dude, am I brain dead? Dude, this is like either he got pissed off that I called him an American. You're doing okay, Dick. He's an American spy. He's too stupid. Oh, he's gonna be captured. He's simply a game crazy. So, according to my science, according to our science, it's not reasonable to believe him. And just because he's something so be like that, boppily boppily. Why you boppily boppily? We're going to talk about socialism today. We're going to... Dude, for fuck's sake. Well, I can't take my king with that little thing right there. So many Norwegians. Like, I haven't listened to Norwegian Radiohead because I wanted to, like, binge listen to them. Oh, please give up. Please give up. Come on, bro. Please give up. Yes! He gave up. Like, he could see my 10 steps ahead. He could see him right there. He could see just like, I'm always 5 steps ahead. I'm always 10 steps ahead, you know? He gave up. I don't like... It's like with music theory, the same with chess. Like, if you know all the music theory, it becomes so boring and predictable. But if you're like Magnus Carlsen or music, you can sort of take that to your advantage. But, like, literal, like, most guitar music theory, they tell you to play guitar like a piano, and it's like... Dude, what's the fun in that? And it's like, well... You want to be technically correct, right? I was like... No, and then they end up like being a shouting match for 15 seconds. He definitely had my advantage. He definitely was going to win that. Levi's are cool, but yeah, it's like just I don't know. I really want to get into Levi's and stuff. First of all, kid, it's not a way you buy yourself into, bro. It's a lifestyle. It's a trend. What you're doing is a trend. Levi's are kind of like... I'm surprised how cheap Levi's are. Like, they are like an S tier brand and they just cost you like $40 for like a pair of pants. Like, it's actually generally crazy. For like a used pair of pants, 100% cotton. Like, and you can get scammed for so many other pants. Like, and Levi's are just like, we're still here if you need us. It's like, that's genuinely crazy. It's such a weird like vibe. But if you want to get into jeans, here are my free brands that you would probably get into. That's Levi's, Lee, and Diesel. That's basically all three you basically need. In my opinion, that like are brands and stuff that are like don't and they're like distinctive. Like the Lee jeans are cool, but like they get constantly stolen. But you know, I think the Lee logo looks just inherently ugly. There's just something off-putting about it that just makes people don't want to be associated with you when you buy Lee jeans. I don't know. Overwatch was like super cool back in the day, but I haven't never really gotten into Overwatch. I never got the hang of it. Even back in 2016, 2018, when I first played it, I never got the hang of it. And it's kind of weird to see all these like YouTubers and like XQC getting outdated. It's genuinely crazy. And it's just like fucking like it's just like it was a whole different world, and it's just crazy to say that because it felt like 4 months ago, you know. But like 2020 is actually getting somewhat old. 2021, 2020. And you know, the next generation are supposed to take that step ahead, either gets themselves paid in or they have connections that gets them in there. It's never going to be a organic generation anymore, is what I feel like, you know. But yo, hello Finland. But I really I really like to play guitar, but I also think I really think that I could definitely improve upon it. But it's just like I really want to record my stuff that I already got piled up, piled up, to the brim. But like I just don't know. Like I really like. Also, I like the feeling I get is that if I go with these guys that like our drummer, like they'll sort of correct me on everything to the point where like there'll be a shouting match if I ever get into like people who know their stuff. So they'll destroy your fantasy with like music theory and just like make it very boring, lame, predictable, and compressed. You know. But also sometimes they know what they're doing, but like it's just like weird that it's like, why does every sort of song from the year 2008 and before sound good compared to the stuff that is today? Oh, that's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? It kind of But I got like selling a lot of these like not selling but buying a lot of these like CDs that people used to get free in the mail and like magazines, and I just like got them so many of them back then that I feel genuinely like super like there's so many bands and so much music like that I've just never listened to. But also like things weren't great back then in like 2015. You could tell that it was like the beginning of the end of metal and rock. But like I don't know, Overwatch was like it was like that chronic manga anime sort of like hair colored before like it was like super trendy because of TikTok. It's weird that we are like the original ones, like the O4s and like the O2s, O1s and stuff. They're like the original people who used to like play Overwatch and dye their hair like it. Nowadays I see like every woman now is like has this sort of trad, not a trad, like they have like the skirts and the denim and like all dressed in all white, like it's very like blonde hair, like just very predictable, but like their hair is completely short, tiger striped with a pink top. It's like what, it's getting crazy now. Like there was this girl that told me to get a Tri-Hawk. That's, dude, I'm not that like I'm faking, like that's like faking being a golf, because you need like tattoos and piercings that were like, nah. I it's not a lifestyle for me because I never got included with it. You're not even included in a lifestyle of who think that they're outcasts, but they're really not. They're just like socially successful outcasts that just sort of just huddled in their own corner. It was never that they got like thrown away or anything like that or laughed at, because most people, if they laugh at you, that's might be in like Russia or whatever. But nowadays in like it's weird. It's like a very overprotective sort of society we live in. Like the worst thing they can do is like exclude you and maybe talk shit behind your back, and that's sort of it. If they get like physical hand fights now, it's like literally the cops get involved. Like the second, like, instantly. It's crazy, So it's like it's never going to be like the 2000s again or whatever. It's like it was a whole different world. And it's sad to say that like the early 2020s and like 2019, 2017 is this complete different decade. It's of its own, like in a whole different universe. Like 2023 to like 2026 for me is like a very cold, distant, emotionally like just terminal line decade that like I don't even feel comfortable at. But I think that most people have had fun during those years too. It's just that I never got included because that was my last year of high school, and that's probably and that's my last year. That was my last year of high school. These people probably had a bunch of fun while studying and going like further education. They probably had a lot of fun and a lot of other things. When I was just standing here, trying to go these blue collar jobs, getting taken advantage of, and all this sort of stuff. And like I got shit paid. Holy crap! For all that work, like working on my own too, like these blue collar jobs could tell you to be a real man, even though your vocal cords sound you're still 16 and you look goofy and autistic no matter how you style yourself. It's just generally, you're like, don't try to be someone you're not. Because like there's also like a social circle around blue collar people that too, like they might look lonely, but they definitely have like things going on, like it's like it's just so weird that they're sort of, or all of them are sort of organized. They're real outcasts and stuff, or don't even want to admit that they're outcasts because they're afraid of the sort of backlash that might happen. Overwatch, I don't play that much Overwatch. But you have a lot of free time when you're that lonely that I am. And usually I put that free time in just playing guitar and just publishing and taking photos. I go every day outside just taking photos and stuff. I'm not going to do this forever. I'm going to be like gone in a week. Yeah, you know. But it's a weird decade. Where were you when I was down in the gutter? No, I'm joking. But where were you when I was down in the gutter? You weren't there for me when we were supposed to play baseball. Holy niche, if you get that reference. Yeah. But yeah, it's a weird it's a weird perspective. And then, you know, like the people that are close to you that like went to school with you, like they'll tell you that you're hopeless. There's no hope. It's like you're public about it. You're hopeless. It's like, am I, just because I talk about it? You know, trying to actually be verbal about it. It's like, yeah, it's probably all my fault. The reason why I got excluded and all this stuff. But I still don't blame them. But like, you know, I was there back when like I didn't have TikTok. You gotta remember, I didn't have TikTok back in like only until November 2025 did I actually get TikTok. So I like, while people were like doing this sort of trends and current stream of conversation, I didn't watch short form media until like 2020. Like I wasn't fully invested in short form content until like 2024, 25. Where just like it sucked so much of my attention for nothing. Yeah, it this, yeah, short form content, like, it is bad now because like people won't discover your channel unless you're doing short form media. It is that bad. Like, if you try to like post long form, YouTube has basically just like taking that short form media into a nice piece of the countryside and just like pulled it, like they haven't done that. It is absolutely nothing that you can do. Like, it doesn't, like, the problem is that it doesn't matter how much effort you put into it. You still get only like a couple of hundred views, or maybe 1,000 if you're lucky. But that's sort of intention that is driven away because of short form media that is sadly just never going to be anywhere. And now the only long form content you see are commercials and sort of just a bunch of paid promotions. Yeah, it is like sadly the end of YouTube. It's like become like a huge social shopping mall. I actually bought my first pair of 501 jeans, which were 150 anniversary editions. So yeah, they're actually my first pair of 501s, and the 501s are fucking, they're tight as a mother, you know. Like, they're the first pair of jeans that will just tell you, oh shit, I need to lose some weight for this pair of pants. Like, they're basically designed for that 19 like before the 1990s or 2000, like when everyone was like sort of skinny, like there wasn't like no love handles, like like people were like thin as a, you know, they were designed for that sort of generation, and you can just tell immediately that this was like a different generation back then, before like the stretch easy polyester clothing came into light. Like people were skinny back then, and you know, and it's kind of crazy to see like they're not all of them were skinnier, but like there was almost no pants for like people like that anyways. Like Levi's was just like overalls back then, but Levi's still has quality in it. Like you can still feel like, you feel like a king wearing Levi's, you know. My brother wears Levi's. That's the reason why I've gotten into Levi's, and I'll probably only buy Levi's, Lee, and Diesel from now on, unless I get some really nice pair of jeans. But the other ones are, you know, the thing with Dressman and 157s and Jack and Jones. Jack and Jones, you can actually kind of see it. Jack and Jones are kind of good in a way, but they're not that bad. Jack and Jones kind of are limbo, but 157s and Dressmans, you can't even see that they're basically no name, sort of. They don't have any sort of branding on them. It's kind of surprising because my dad only wears Dressman. I looked into his wardrobe the other day, and it's all Dressman. Absolutely everything is Dressman. To the t-shirts, to the literal jeans, everything is Dressman. Absolutely everything. And Dressman is sort of that brand that has like 50% cotton, rest is viscose, and the rest is polyester or something like that. It's a little bit like scamless. Yeah, it's that bad that my brother won't wear anything that's Levi's, and I swear to God, he's probably gonna rob me out of my Levi's jeans if he's gonna come to visit me, because he did that with my other pair of Lee and like Levi's. Like and my other brothers, they keep taking the stuff that is actually like expensive brands and a little bit quality. Like it's that bad I have to put probably like a lock on my IKEA drawer just to keep away from them. Oh, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, yeah. No, yeah. It's like, dude, yeah. But, yeah. This is like why you should never like, this is why you should like probably be very like, pay attention to the clothing you wear, because like if I'm depressed one winter, all my clothing are just gone. Like I don't even like see it, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just going to play some chess later on. I've been listening to the White Album. The White Album is the like last actual album that I listened to full length. The other ones I've listened to full length besides the White Album, because it was that long that I just like skipped it back in 2024. Should have, in hindsight, I probably should have probably listened to it. The weird thing with the hearing test is that I got my hearing test completely perfect pinch wise. Everything was absolutely perfect. Excellent hearing, excellent pinch correction. But I told to my ENT doctor that I can't feel shit in my right ear. Like it's completely field wise dead. I can't feel the bass when I'm wearing headphones. It was so bad that I had to give my noise cancelling headphones, you know, the Autist headphones, to my brother. And you know, the Sony ones. Those were my actual Christmas gift. They were so expensive too. Fuck, I missed them. I miss actually having that. That was like my best thing that I ever, like it felt me, like I felt right in the 2020s when wearing that. And you know, like I can't feel things the same. Like I have much more feelings in my left ear and left cheek and left face when I done my right face. And it was like, well, it could be like hidden hearing loss. We don't know. But I'll like, and I told you, can you like try to correct my hearing aids a little bit, like pinch wise, to like the higher pinches, and see if that works. And she did actually amplify them, and like they weren't tapped with at all. They were just like having tinnitus maskers, and they have been doing a good job fixing that brain fog, and not making me. Because when I drive now, like the thing that weird with driving with the sort of feeling is that like I keep losing attention and not paying attention to things or conversations. So I'll drive like a little bit on it, like this, like this for some reason. I'll just like drive like back then I would just like drive like this, like completely fine. But now I just it feels weird. Like I never did that before, and like I used to pay really attention, like be super autistic and like very sharp. Like I was mentally sharp back then. But like I tell her, like I have bad tinnitus, and I can't pay attention to conversations in cars, and on my right ear, it's just a bunch of muttering, and I can't pay attention to what they're saying word for word. And well, she'll try to fix. She did that, and there's a little bit on my right ear, and it's been working really nice now because I can actually pay attention to conversations. It's still a little bit of like mud in the conversations, like it's a little bit muddy. So when it's like muddy because I can't feel anything because my right ear was like sharp as a tack, you could feel like every single sort of, because I know that the right ear is more nuanced towards conversations. So you can't feel the punctuations, you can't feel this, you can't feel that. So it becomes very directionless and very hard to pay attention to that. But now it's a little bit better, so I can actually pay attention and sort of like, yeah, it is. I don't know why. Like, they haven't fixed stuff with feel. For some reason, the feel can just die, but your pinch is completely fine. You're not tone deaf. You can, but like I can't feel anything. I can't feel anything on my cheeks, on my ear. That's the weird thing. I can't feel the bass is basically the bass doesn't dance in my right ear on headphones and stuff. That is actually the weirdest thing, and they haven't figured it out. They don't know what it is, but your ears have basically nerves, and your ears have ear hairs, and what I suspect is that it's cochlear synapophy, I think it's called, or cochlear synapophy, something like that. It basically is that your ear has a bunch of nerves connected to it, and if it gets like a big noise trauma, it can have like a big trauma, which it just plucks a lot of these to protect the ear hairs. So it'll basically take feelings instead of the ear hairs, which are like the pinch and actual like where the hearing's at, that transfers to the brain. So the bunch of the nerves that get transferred to the brain from my ear is basically plucked away, and they can't reconnect again. So the ear hairs are completely fine, the ones that actually can but the things that the nerves that are connected to my brain from my ear are fucked, basically, or to the cochlear, I think, is that official reasoning I read on Reddit, the reason why I can't feel shit. And back in my day, we weren't so cold. We didn't talk about our hearing loss. Back in my day, you did the work and we did that. Like, yeah, but like it's a totally different world with hearing loss and without hearing loss. You basically have to have it in order to experience it, and that's what one of my friends used to say. Like his first basic conversation starter when there was something that like made him super. He just said, "Do you have hearing loss? Do you have tinnitus?" And it's like, and if they said yes, they would basically be very understanding, and sort of if they said no, they kind of just like kind of had to listen to them and sort of get their sort of mindset, because a lot of people just are too young. Not even like people in their 40s don't have tinnitus, and 50s now like don't have tinnitus, but most of them get tinnitus in their 60s and 50s, like where your ears just naturally start to die because humans were never meant to live that long. But yeah, that's the worst thing ever. You know. I wish we could like in the future. I wish we could do surgery on the air, just like have nanobots, just like very like tiny machines or nanobots, like just but and that can fix the inner air or fix like the nerves, at least fix one portion of like either the cochlear or the air hairs or whatever, or artificially make something or artificially replace that. Like if Neuralink or whatever could try that, that would be so fucking cool compared to like the stuff that you have to do now, where like you have to basically cope with it, but and get hearing aids and all this stuff that can fix the tinnitus. It's the worst thing ever. Like I didn't think that like that was not one thing that would like I predicted at all. In my entire life that I would get like tinnitus this young and that it would make me depressed for so many months, up to years of my life. That's the whole point I started the channel, is because of my tinnitus. Like tinnitus just made me my like clock just like boom, immediately go, and it just like it told me that like I didn't have much time left on this earth or whatever. Like I basically I can't start like being ultra privacy driven. Nobody's gonna help me. Just like you're on your own, and you have to just do this stuff on your own. And because there's nobody that's gonna help you, because I never had like a social life where like I could talk my way into getting into a studio. I just have to basically publish on YouTube until something happens. And just publish my demos, make them public instead of just making them stand in the voice recorder, and then I get into becoming a male nurse afterwards, and then maybe I can get into music, at age 35, if you get my drift, That's actually one demo that I've had in my head for a long time.
Levi's are going to be worth more money on the way down, and let me show you why. These right here are a newer model. They're only worth about $20 online. 541 is not the best model. These are 505s. Again, not the best model, but if you look on the inside, it will say made in the USA right there. So these are vintage, and these are going to sell for around $29 to $35. But right here are the best of the three. 517 boot cut, which are in style right now. You'll see these are also made in the USA. You'll see the number 0701, made in 2001, which makes those vintage. Those will sell for 50, 35, and around 18. Levi's are going to be worth more money on the way down, and let me show you why. These right here are a newer model. They're only worth about $20 online. Artist, whatever you
Mhm. This is this stupid app that, the stupid app that you can be your own celebrity. This is on your own fictional Instagram, your own fictional Twitter, you know. And this is like just an own form of narcissism, but it basically is just to fuel people's egos that they never got popular, and it's going to be just absolutely fucking sell out hotcakes sometimes. But like it's basically to fake that you can be a celebrity without basically the consequences or the potential cancellation or drama. And it's just, it fucks people's mindsets up. Okay, it's not organic. This is just so fucking it's just absolutely depressing, because people don't have like people are just so fucking excited driven to like try something new in their life, and not to be a celebrity, but literally they want to get the rush without consequence or potential people knowing or potential history. It's just fucking crazy. It's like you can be your own guitar hero. Here's this app that can get you becoming a real guitar slayer, like without ever publishing a song or being on the internet or on social media. It's just absolutely, that is crazy, because like people nowadays just don't want to try to go public on anything. They want a safe job, and they want a way to publish things on the internet without any consequence or without even being known that they want to be remembered, It's such a pussy way to go out, bro. Fuck me. It is crazy. I really wish that there was, you know, the way things are going, I don't know anymore. It's just crazy. This is my sixth gap year. Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry for being sorry. It's nice to have a different pair of Levi's. I guess we can just do it like this. It's nice to have Levi's and stuff because I think Levi's are genuinely so cool. I'm all for the, but I get obsessed with a lot of things, but I'm gonna get my hair cut. That's yeah. It's a Sunday tomorrow. It's already a Sunday today. Yeah, it's Sunday. First hour and a half of Sunday. Should probably just jump in bed, honestly. But I'm going to play some chess soon. But it's a weird thing, essentially seeing, it's a lot of weird things going on, but like the thing is, like, when people drip feed the songs, like, hey bro, here's a song before I'm going to release it, but I'm going to only play it to you this one time, so you have to listen carefully. And then he just like cranks up the volume with his car stereo. And to be completely honest, that was not their best works. I don't get shoegaze, man. Like, it's all subjective in the end of the day, but dude, that stuff is not Dear Prudence level good, or even like Radiohead level good. Okay, it's very safe. It's just like the weird thing is that the older you get, the less safe your music is, because the more established you are in life, the less you have to sort of piss people off. Like, only Jeremy Clarkson and people like that, like autists or, like autistic people or something like that, can actually challenge a system at that age and, make people pissed off all the time, but keep them entertained. Or like just in general, like, it is very difficult to do that at an age like that. But like the most toxic, or just the most fruitful, like I would say fruitful, fruktbar, just fruktbar, that's just the most fruitable, the most pure, and the most emotionally vulnerable, and the most emotionally invested you are in a project at that age will define you for the rest of your life. And a lot of people will say, oh, my legacy doesn't matter, but the stuff that you do now, like the stuff that I do my age, will actually define me for who I am and what I'm going to be. And you get those people who are sort of washed up, people in their 50s, 60s, who get these sponsored with these fake sort of small companies to sort of fill their egos that they never got when they were younger. It's just, it makes me crazy, honestly. And the people who were born in the 1960s are nearing their 70s now. Some of them are even turning 70 next year or something like that. They're like, it is a crazy way to see the transition of the Gen Xers and the baby boomers who won't take their seats. Now these seats are being taken over by Gen Y millennials, and they're getting taken over by late Gen Zers and stuff like that, like Zillennials, I think, or Ylennials or whatever I think it's called, or Xlennials, something like that in between. And it is actually crazy, because like I remember these people used to be like 40 or like 38 or whatever, are like 50 now. It's like, it is weird, because when you were a kid, you keep seeing the same people, like those old, like, nice German guys with the bushy mustache and the glasses and the sort of curly, cancer curls or whatever. Like, they don't exist anymore. They are not in this planet, most of these guys, anymore. Like, the people that like looked very original and like they had some sort of main character vibe. Most of them are no longer with us, or they have been made very safe. You just don't see them anymore. There's like, they were one of a kind. Like the interesting people die first, and then the boring people sort of just like continue. And sometimes you have those like one that they still continue onwards onto their 80s and 90s. Those are like, you should be thankful and grateful to have these people still there, because most people who are like very private or whatever, like the local yokels that are like very interesting, they don't live long. Or you know, like the people I remember back in the late 2000s and the like 2010s and stuff, they are beginning to like just perish. Like the 2020s are just like the death year of the interesting people back then. And it's actually just crazy. It's like the Black Death almost, you know, of yeah. It's just like black holes and spots that are just never emotionally filled anymore, you know. It makes me very uneasy, because it is like it does. It is like a weird vibe that, you know, millennials now and, you know, older Gen Zers basically, you know, are taking the spots that were supposed to be taken back in 2016, you know, 2020, but it just wasn't allowed because these guys were sitting, you know, on these jobs for so long, and now they're just suddenly these gaps that have been, these jobs that have like 20-year, 30-year gaps of age are now suddenly being taken up by young people, and they're throwing all the way the shit, all the way the like the junk, and they're repainting, they're refurbishing the whole like jobs, and like, you know, like it is crazy how, you know, they're making themselves at home, but like these places are just insanely different from what they are, you know, these industries that, you know, are suddenly being, you know, comfy vibe, you know. I don't know. Anyways, it is weird, you know. It's a weird decade to see, like, cause when I see, you know, like when I see women in their 40s today, like 50s and 40s, like approaching 50, I still see them as, you know, they were back in like the 2000s and 2010s, that only that they got older. Like it's, you know, it's just like 2011 was 15 years ago. Like it's just, it blows my mind. I wasn't like insanely young back, no, I wasn't insanely old back then, but I definitely, it feels like it was it didn't feel like it was yesterday, but it felt like it was like it's 7 years ago. Like the COVID and post-COVID healing process, you know, it was like a 4-year gap, like a 4-year gap for most people, and it has completely aged everybody, you know, and robbed the prime of billions of people, billions with a B, of young people. It's robbed the prime of billions. And you know what's going to happen? Everyone's going to get depressed. Everyone's going to get miserable, coping, toxicity, angriness, like just bitterness, because their youth was robbed, you know, and it is going to be a general crisis. It's going to be in today's literature, today's poets, and then now we're suddenly being hit with a big recession and you know, oil crisis, you know, fuck me, it's like the 70s again. I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be terrible. It's like, I'm not old doomer and stuff. Like I'll be more positive if I get into. Like I'm not even on Facebook dating. Like the stuff is inactive. I don't pay dating. Like I never got anywhere. I'm not positive enough. But you know, I also don't want to lose my mentality too, but I also am just ready to give it up and just, but yeah. Gunnar from USA. I really wanted to live in the US when I was older. Like, I really wanted to. Like, really. But the problem with the USA today is that the US are essentially they're like it is very bad now. The economy sucks. It's basically it's a fallen empire. But it's also like the same thing. But it's not, the vibe is no longer there. Like it is like it's still opportunity to come, but there's something that feels kind of it like the benefits and the opportunities that are here are much more better compared to US. And you have to probably have family if you want to live in the USA, and you probably have to have family in order to live in the USA unless you apply for a US citizenship with being living there for 10 years because of job reasons. They generally just don't want people, but they also want people. But yeah, I really wanted to live in the US when I was younger, but my brother, like the whole thing they would like talk to me into is that like they are crazy. You're crazy in the head. I was in New York. New York was a dump. New York was a genuine dump. It's like, like, you haven't been to the real US. You haven't been to North Dakota. You haven't been to Wisconsin. You haven't gone into like the real sort of grittiness and the sort of unfiltered nature of the country. You haven't been to Pennsylvania because that's a massive, like, it's just millions living there. And a lot of people will just tell a tale on how they went to New York and they got traumatized because of it. What? What? Yeah, but like, that's crazy. But yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, the match wasn't even on. Yeah, but I lost. There we go. Let me see. Much superior jump to gun. Much superior jump to gun. Yeah, that's like that was fucked. But yeah, you should become a scientist or become like a researcher. True division. Scandinavian defense. Happiness is a warm gun. I'm gonna take that bait. Like, I can't live in the US anyways. It's just, the dream is gone. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Yeah. Of course she's so still because my brother had the window open. I don't know why the point is to having the window open. I like it hot. It's like, it's weird. But windows are kind of... I don't know why you have the window open all the time. It's like such a millennial thing to have the windows open. Is that a real thing that Gus said? We must be a moron. Okay, what do I do? Uh-huh. 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 I'm trying to bait the king so badly. What a piece of American. He is pissed off, I can tell. Hold the rage bit. No, fuck you. Oh, I get your point. Okay. Let's get out of here. The best situation I got right now is to do that. Boy, you're only getting table scraps, boy. What the fuck is that tactic? He's fuming right now. Well, I can just do that. He has to move that horse somewhere, right? So... Don't care. Oh fuck, I could have taken him. Well, I could not. But that would not work anyways. I know you want that, little pawn. Come on. What did you? Hey, Bungalow Bill, what you do kill? Bungalow Bill. Hey, Bungalow Bungaloo Bill, what did you kill? Bungaloo Bill. Happiness is a warm gun. Move it, move it, move it, move it. You can take him any day of the year. Still, don't care. You have one horse. Exactly. Well, got nothing to lose. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Is he gonna give up or is he gonna fight? I don't know. We'll take him down tonight. Well, you did actually do that, didn't you? Well. The fuck, how do we... Well, if I just do that, I can take his horse down. Dude, you're fucked. You're so fucked. There's immeasurable damage done. Give up. 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 Hurra for alle som har det, er Knutsen denne gang. Denne sangen er vår presang. Stalemate, stalemate, stalemate. I have not listened to Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, or Radiohead, or Hellstorm. Hellstorm thinks is a part of the team. Hellstorm is cool. It's a cool band. Not dissing, but like that's giving it a stretch. I got a new Cadillac and I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up. If I'm going to own 3 cars, that would probably be a Renault, Peugeot, and Citroën. Just one everyday vehicle, one Saturday / weekend vehicle, and the rest like an SUV, 4x4, not 4x4, but like SUV winter type vehicle, like just a very warm thing. All of them painted black, one black, one white, one gray, and just to be super nuanced, 2 of them have to be like 4-door cars, so you can like transport maybe 7, 8 doors, like you can have them, so you can like transport people. But that's literally like I have so much in plan for like times that will never actually happen. Like I think I can like actually like I renovate my whole house to be like this sort of social party house. Literally done like renovations to make it like a social, a social trivested, like just a very like inclusive, just very like couch rooms and stuff, and literal music rooms with like cassette players and CD players, and just like literal social rooms like video games and couches and beanbags and shit, and just like but like this cool wacky colors and lighting and stuff, and all of it just to like I'll end up alone and just sitting there with my Roomba, because I generally have never like managed my social connections, and like I just have a bunch of these French cars and stuff because I probably won the lottery or something. It is crazy. Humisu. It's 2 a.m. I should probably quit the stream and go to bed. But I can, in 10 minutes, I'll quit the stream. But, yeah. You're ranting, bro. You're ranting. Ranting. Å, herregud. I'm just gonna be full bananas there. Oh fuck. You can do a check. I think it. Nah. Nah. I think that's a checkmate. You can literally just do like that, right? Is he fucking with me? Wait, I think he just gave up. Bro, are you giving up? I think you just like could see like what, and then it's just going. I think they just time out or cut off their internet connection as soon as they like find us that I can't play chess. Dude. You won. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy, honestly. You won. You won. I think we're gonna say goodbye, chat. Goodbye, everybody. We're done.